Hi friends, in the previous video we discussed about net present value. We considered a couple of examples and we calculated net present value considering an initial investment followed by some cash inflows. In this video, we are going to concentrate on coding. We will use Pandas and see how we can put the values in a tabular form. So this is the formula. And we will take this example. There are four periods and these are the cash flows. So let us push this down and type everything line by line and understand what is going on, right? And in case we get into any syntactical issues, we can always fall back on the things already written. Okay, but for now we will not look at this. Okay, so what is this? We have four periods. We have these four cash flows. First is cash outflow, and these three are cash inflows. Okay, good. Now, what we will do, we will use zip command to zip these two lists, right? Like this. We can't see anything. It is an iterator. We have to use list function to see what is going on. See? So 0 minus 2000, 1, 1000, 2, 800, 3, 1100. They have been put together. Now what we will do is we can write a list comprehension for this. So what we'll say for P and CF in, and then we can see what is that. This is typical list comprehension, right? So for C in, oh, we have to close this, right? Okay. This is list comprehension. So what exactly we are trying to do? We will do the calculation, right? So how we'll do the calculation? We will write CF divided by, look at this formula, divided by 1 plus, okay, let us consider rate, some rate, maybe discount rate that we will consider is 0.08, that is 8%. And here we will write rate and then this thing, this entire thing raised to the power P. Initially, what will be P? 0. What will be CF initially? Minus 2000. In the second iteration, it will be period 1 and 1000 will be cash flow. So on so forth. Let us run this and see what is going on. So the calculation is happening, correct? And this we can put in a variable called discounted cash flow like this over. So let me put this here. And here, what we can do, we can say sum DCF, discounted cash flow, sum. So what is this sum? This 485. What is this? This is nothing but net present value, NPV. Okay, so let us beautify this a little. So net present value has been calculated and we can flash this. So this is done. And this is precisely what is done here. So let us bring up, see, same thing, right? This and this. We will remove one of them, either this and this. Exactly the same result, right? So let us remove this. What we are doing, what is the next step? We are trying to create a data frame, a table using pandas. And we will put all this information in that table. It will look nice and it will be much clearer to understand each and every column, each and every row. Okay, here it is not that easy to understand. So for example, if I say, okay, this is DCF, fine, and this is NPV, okay, and this is my period, okay, and this is my cash flow. Fine. But these are all different variables. We want to see them together. So we will use data frame. So what we'll do? PD data frame. Okay. Then we'll say again, we'll say zip period cash flow, and then we'll say list. If we run, we are getting something like this. So let us give column name to this as well as this. So what will be the column name? Columns is equal to, we'll say period, and then we'll say cash flow. Okay, now it is appearing like this. Now we will create a data frame, one variable, and we will put this. Now our data frame is ready. Okay, now next, here we will calculate discounted cash flow. How? Exactly the way we did here. We will calculate and put here. So there is no need to do it all over again. This DCF variable is already there. We can say DCF and equal to DCF. See what happens? One column will get created by the name DCF, and this value, whatever values we are getting from this variable, will be inserted there. So now just see how data frame looks. See, what is this? This is there in a tabular fashion. If we have to see from here, we have to see each and every column separately. Here we have put all of them together, and this is data frame using Pandas. Now we can discuss over here. See, cash outflow of 2000, we are using minus sign to signal that it is outflow, not inflow. So in the 0th period, minus 2000 will remain minus 2000, right? After 1 year, we are getting cash flow of 1000. But what will be the present value? The present value of 1000 will be 925. Okay? Considering this discount rate, that is 8%. After 2 years, we are going to get 800. But what will be its present value? Its present value will be 685. After 3 years, we are going to get 1100. But what will be its present value? The present value will be 873. So let us rename this column as PV. Okay. So we will write PV, present value. Done. Same thing. And we are using this formula here. And we have used this uh, variable to populate our PV column. Done. That's it. So here we are discussing in a very easier manner, right? I mean, these columns are there, these PVs are there, periods are there. So we can see everything at a glance. Now, what is our net present value? Net present value is nothing but we can say sum df dot pv. Now, what is df dot pv? df dot pv will give us these things. Now, I'll say sum it up. When we do that, 485. See, 485. So we got net present value as 485. But here we are using Pandas. Okay, so far so good. So this is what was done here. Okay, so let me remove this. We can remove this, remove this, remove this, remove this. Okay, this has also been done. Great. Now, having used this formula, let us use another way of calculating it. What we will do now is we will calculate this part. This is called discount factor. We will calculate this, keep it separately, and then each and every cash flow, we are going to divide each and every cash flow by this factor. There is nothing, but it is going to give us same result. But the only difference is that we are using a different way of calculating our net present value. So what we will do, see here it is written, what is a discount factor? In financial modeling, a discount factor is a decimal number, right? Multiplied by a cash flow value to discount it back to its present value. Okay, so what we will do now? Okay, now we will create a fresh data frame. Okay, and that data frame name will be data frame underscore discount factor. And we will bring these two columns. How we can do that? We can say df.log get everything. Okay. Okay. We can also write straight away. There is no need to do like that. Here I will write period and then cash flow. We are taking these column and putting here. Done. DF discount factor. Correct? Very good. Now how we'll do the calculation part? Okay. Now we already have this list comprehension. We can make use of this list comprehension. How? We will see. Bring it here. Now we will not do this calculation. Remove this. Only this part. Now what we are going to get? These are our discount factor. So what we will do is we'll say, okay, in this data frame, D data frame underscore discount factor, okay, is equal to this. And then we will write a name. What we'll write? We'll say discount factor, something like this. Done. Now see data frame discount factor. Okay, already there. Now what we have to do? We'll say this divided by this. What is going to come? Very simple. We'll say df underscore df cash flow divided by df underscore df what? Discount dist factor. When we do, we are getting all discounted cash flow. This we will put in a new column. So df underscore df and we can say discounted cash flow, right? Equal to done. Now see this table how it looks. This looks like this. So what is the difference between where is this and this? Same, right? The only difference is the way we are calculating. We have put discount factor here and then again in another step we are dividing each and every cash flow by the respective discount factor and arriving at discounted cash flow. What is the last step? Very simple. Sum df underscore df, this is a data frame, and this column DCF sum. What we're getting? This is our net present value. Same, right? Same net present value. So we have seen another way of calculating net present value, and we are of course using pandas, right? Now we will use another method of calculating this discounted cash flow. We will use apply method. What is that apply method? We'll see that. Okay, we will use here. It is already done, 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 remove. Now, we are creating another data frame, okay? And we are using same stuff, period and cash flow we will bring to a fresh table named def underscore apply. Why the name apply? We will discuss now. See, new data frame. And what we will do is our rate is anyway 8%. And here we are using, let me show you, df underscore apply. This is our data frame name. We are using apply method. And from here, for each and every record row, you call it record or you call it row. There will be two columns, right? So we'll say lambda row. So this and this is coming together. We'll say separate them. We'll say row 1. What is row 1? That means I am saying column 2. That is what I'm saying. Since I use the word row, row 1 means this. Then what? Divided by, what is the formula? We can say 1 plus rate, right? Rate being 8%. And then we'll say raised to the power. See, this entire thing is row from here to here. This is row 1 means this column, row 0 means this column. So we'll say row 0 column. So what is happening here? We are doing the calculation, right? We are trying to derive our present value. And of course, the crucial thing is that we have to write axis 1. So the reading is not like this. Reading is like this, this, this. So this is how it is going, correct? So we have to write axis 1. And we will, let us run this. Oh, calculation has already been done. Now we will put in another column. What is that column we are calling always? We apply and then say discounted cash flow. Done. Okay. So, okay. So the mistake was we should copy like this. And now we'll say apply. So this is already done. Let me remove this. Let me remove this and just see. Having created this df apply, this looks like this. So we use one more method through which we created discounted cash flow. We use apply method. Okay. And how to calculate net present value? Df apply, and we will say sum apply dot DCF. Okay. To maintain consistency, probably we can also write PV, present value, right? Okay. Let me copy this from here, here, here. Okay. Present value. And you'll say present value sum 485. So what we have done in this video, basically we use list comprehension. Since in the list comp we used this list and we use list comprehension to do the calculation, there was no way of looking at all the values together. Hence, we created a table using pandas. And this is how pandas table looks, and we did the calculation. And we also use discount factor, right? Rather than using this formula, we separately calculated this piece, this denominator, and then we are using this denominator separately. We are saying cash flow divided by denominator one by one. So we are calculating this, keeping it aside separately. Look here, discount factor. We calculated, kept it separate, and then this is getting divided by this, and this gives us discounted cash flow for each and every period. And then we also saw how we can use apply method of Pandas to do the calculation. So we did that as well. In the next video, we are going to take up XNPV. We will discuss about it in detail in the next video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.